Good morning, everybody, and welcome back once again to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name's Mark Love, and today I'm going to be showing you a brand new 2023 Dutch Star 4369 floor plan. Now, before we get started, many of you already know Newmar is the leader in the luxury diesel pusher category, and the Dutch Star is their best-selling unit. This happens to be one of their most popular floor plans. But every 4, 5, 6 years or so, they go through a life cycle change. They get a facelift, some new features, and that happened to the Dutch Star this year. So we'll be talking about those as we go around. For starters, it got new front caps, both front and rear, and a lot of new colors and countertops, fascia trim inside. They just did a great job to make what was already a great selling coach that much better. So let's go ahead and get started on the outside here. First of all, I want to talk about this paint job a little bit. This is a custom paint job. Newmar allows you to make some changes in the paint. Now, you can't go through and change the design or the pattern, but you can select your base color, your accent colors and everything. So this is not a paint job you're going to see anywhere else. It's a custom paint job we had done for Transwest. And it is a beautiful finish with cut and buff before the clear coat. Newmar just does a great job. As we move on down, I'll point out some of the old regulars. Of course, we have a fuel fill right here. And right inside, there is a steel plate. And I can't emphasize the importance of this. Just that little bit of extra cost and effort to protect that fuel line is important. If you were to blow this tire or it starts shredding, you can tear things up in there, including that heavy rubber fuel line in there. So they protect theirs with the steel plate, something you might want to look for if you're shopping other models, because a lot of companies, they just plain don't do that. Before we look underneath, it looks like our awnings came in. It got a little bit windy. I do have the window awning out, and we'll get those run out for you a little bit later. This does have the Girard Nova window awning and full-length awning for the coach. Here in this first compartment bay, one other thing that I will point out, on some of the floor plans, they made a few changes which allowed them to put in taller compartment doors, so it's easier to access your storage compartment. Right here you can see in the first one we get a pull-out tray with the Dometic refrigerator freezer. You have dual zones here, so you could set one for frozen food, one for your drinks and so forth. And if you look right above here, that's a lot of storage. I like the fact that they put this shelf in here. It makes it usable. Let's move on down to the main storage compartments. And you can see in this one, they put slide-out trays in all three of these. And they are full pass-through slide-out trays, the front two that you can pull out from either side. And while we're right here, this is a great spot to talk about the Star Foundation. If you take a look in here, the way this thing is built, this steel superstructure adds a lot of strength and stability. These diagonal members transfer the weight from the walls down to the center of the coach. And if you look in there, you can see that the floor joists don't touch the chassis rail. That really eliminates a lot of the tweaking and the little bit of twist that could pop your grout or possibly crack a tile. Star Foundation, it stands for strong, true, and robust. And Newmar goes the extra effort to build this foundation so they can put tile all the way back into the bathroom, have heavier residential appliances and so forth. It's just a great stable platform to drive on. Now in this compartment, you can see we've got sort of a little shorty, about a 2/3 pull out here. And we also have a lot of our components. This is our central vacuum. You can bring your hoses outside. The hoses are right in there, by the way. and vacuum out your storage compartments. Also, you notice we've got some of our slide room controllers right here. Every compartment just about has a 110 outlet, and the LED lights turn on when you open this compartment door. Before I get too far past it, I'll show you the TV. This is a 43-inch TV, Samsung 4K TV with a sound bar. Everybody needs 3 or 4 TVs when you got the bowl season coming up, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in Michigan later. Let's move on down. This compartment here has the pegboard, and there's a water tank behind there. But I like the fact that they add these shelves, which is great for, you know, maybe carrying some extra oil or hydronic fluid, tools, whatever you want. If you're out here tailgating, I suppose that could be the rack for your liquor if you want to set up a bar. Moving on back. This compartment, we've got our DEF, and you can fill the DEF from either side. Once again, I didn't mention that this is the Spartan K2 chassis as opposed to the Freightliner. Back here we get our chassis batteries and our master chassis disconnects. The Spartan K2 chassis that they use has a 450 horse Cummins, 52,000 pound GVWR, and it's rated 67,000 gross combined. That means basically you can tow 15,000 pounds. And while we're talking about towing, let's take a look here at the hitch. We've got our 2-inch receiver. We have our 7-way plug. We also and your air brake right there. So this will match up perfectly with the Air Force One, which is one of the more common systems people are towing with. And as we look in the engine, this is our 450 Cummins, has 1,250 foot-pounds of torque. When you get the side radiators like this one is, it makes it really easy to access all your fluids. Engine oil, your dipstick, your transmission. Right here you've got water separator, oil filters, everything is easy to access. Over here is our air cleaner, and of course this little gauge here, it's kind of measuring the pressure to draw the air through there. So when it gets up here near the red, that lets you know it's time to change that oil filter. Okay, let's step back a bit and look at this rear cap too. This is also new, and it's a great look. This particular coach, you notice we've got a couple of cameras on the back, one here, one on top. It is set up with the 360 bird's eye view camera system on this. Okay, we move around over here to the driver's side. And again, this is our side radiator. Over here you have another place where you can add your DEF, so it doesn't matter which side of the fuel pump you pull up on, you can fill them from both sides. This is a steerable tag axle, and the Spartans, I believe now, are it's either 12 or 14 degrees that they will cant. And also Newmar went with a little different front axle this year. Not only does it save a little bit of weight, but it gives you a nearly 60-degree wheel cut. So between the Star Foundation, the steerable tag, the 60-degree wheel cut, this is an extremely maneuverable coach and very comfortable as you're going down the road. Okay, here we've got just another little compartment. You could put a sewer hose in there, or, you know, gloves, oil, whatever you feel you need it for. A lot of people won't have a sewer hose with this coach because it does have a macerator, as we can see right here in our water compartment. This is your macerator. You've got a whole house filter here, power cord on your water, and then your winterization cord. Real easy to winterize this. You can see we've got the antifreeze in here already. We do have a nice outside shower, and this is a nice hose and shower head, better than most of them you're going to see. And then of course you can dump your black and gray tanks with the gravity fill here, or the gravity dump here. Run your hose through that little opening there, and you've got your valves right here in the heated compartment. Then over on this side, we have our sewage rinse, our SaniCon switch, our water pump. We have a power or a manual fill for your water tank. Everything just easy to access. Low point drains are also right here. So just a great setup. Another thing they did actually about a year ago is they changed the bulb seal on those compartment doors, so they're much easier to close now. Up in this compartment we have our 50 amp power cord. That is on a rewind, power rewind. You also have your surge protector in there and your crossover switch. If you're gonna have like a portable satellite dish maybe, you've got an input for it right there. And one of the things, a lot of times I'll show this coach with the slide in just to make it easier to get into these doors. But this one's not quite so bad. It's tall enough that I can access it quite easily. Okay, this is our Oasis Chinook hydronic heating system. It's a diesel burner. There's also 2 electric burners in there. It provides your furnace, your hot water, engine preheat, things like that. Very efficient system. The Oasis and the AquaHots are the 2 common system, and they find the Oasis is a little quieter, a little cleaner burning, and it has those 2 electric elements, so a better system. This is the back side of one of our storage compartments, and you can see that tray goes all the way through. Same thing over here, full slide out tray. And then here we've got our 8 6-volt AGM batteries. Now this year the Dutch Star has an option for lithium ion batteries. You can get 2 320 amp hour lithium batteries, and there's actually enough room that you could have a 3rd one added here at the dealership. Okay, and then this last compartment is our fuses for the chassis circuits pretty much. Everything is labeled. They give you some spare fuses. That handle there is for your generator release. And this does have the 10K generator. Used to be 8K as standard, but now they're going with 10,000 watt generators. All right. And again, a new cap on the front. By the way, our stock number today is 5N220609. If you have any questions or want to see the option sheet, get a hold of me and I can send those out. And we also have new headlight bulbs. They're brighter. Some people had complained that they weren't bright enough, so Newmar went ahead and changed that also. Then you can see up here we've got on the dash, that is our mobile eye. And your mobile eye gives you your lane assist, your blind spot monitoring, things like this. Also, there is an on-guard collision mitigation system that's an option on the Dutch Star this year. Okay, let's go ahead and go inside. Why don't you head in and we'll talk about the dash first. One of the other changes they made is right up front here at the dash, and they did a great job. Again, Newmar is a quality company. Their slogan, when you know the difference, it really is more than just a slogan. And let me see. Let me get my steering wheel out of the way a little bit. So this year, you've got a 9-inch monitor panel there, and let's go right into our camera. As you can see, you know, from the camera, you can watch the back, you can look at either side, but I like this 360 option. It kind of shows you a bird's eye view, what's around your coach, and then you can scroll through your individual cameras. When it's time to back up, and keep in mind, 95% of all damage done to a motorhome is done in the 1% of the time you're backing up. So be careful when you're doing that. If you look at the different camera angles we got, that's kind of the distance one. That's sort of a medium one. If I'm backing up to hook up a trailer and I want to look right down on my hitch, right there it is. So a great 360 camera system this year. A couple other things that they changed. I'm going to go ahead and fire it up. Now, in the previous year or two, to change your comfort drive setting, you had to scroll through the menu and find it on the dash. This year, they've put it right here at your fingertips. So you can see, there's my comfort drive. I can turn it up when I'm on the highway. When I get to a campground and want to maneuver it easily, I might turn it down. And what that is doing is it's adjusting the tension that's on the wheel. And like I've demonstrated before, the comfort drive is a steering assist, basically, that's sensing the torque, the pressure on your tires. There's a crowd in the road or a crosswind blowing you. It's going to correct and return this wheel to the center position every time. And when you think about it, right now we've got all the weight on the tires. We're not moving. We're not on our jacks. It brings it back with all that weight on it without any problem. Okay, a few other changes here. They put your cell phone charger here. We've got some new seats, and this is the B leather, they call it. Actually, when they switched from flex steel, had to get different furniture. The first leather they chose, wasn't the greatest, but I like this, very comfortable. And they also put the passenger seat in. It's the same size as the driver's seat. They both pivot and they both have footrests. Okay, let me go ahead and turn this off and move to the back. Now again, the 4369 is probably one of their most popular floor plans. They've made a couple of slight adjustments we'll talk about when we get back in the bathroom. But you can see over here, this has the theater seating. And this is 110. So I've got my inverter on. Nice, comfortable place to watch TV. And by the way, we have a TV right there, so I'm just going to put that up. Oh, which button are we on? There we go. TV lift up. So there is our new 50-inch TV. If you look, we also have a 43-inch TV up over the dash, same as the outside, and then we have another TV back in the bedroom. So across from your theater seating, what we have here is called the fold and tumble. And I'll go ahead and show you how quick and easy it is if you have a guest and you want to make a bed here. And that is all there is to it. I much prefer this high density foam over the air mattress. This is a much more comfortable bed to sleep on. And it is a queen size bed, so if you've got another couple going with you, you do have plenty of room. Let me put it back in. There we go. Just that easy. Okay, while we're here, we'll take a look at a little bit of the storage. Got a cabinet there. Here, this is typically for video components. Now, they're not coming with DVD players anymore. This does have a satellite, but so many people are using a streaming service, Apple TV or something like that, that you don't see the boxes in here that you used to. Okay, as we move back to the kitchen, first of all, we've got our little counter extension here with a couple of nice pull-out drawers. If you remember a few years ago, these drawers were pretty narrow here. They had a big face on there to match the front. They've made these much larger, much more useful. And then here we have our induction cook surface. And on the back of these, you do have a nice cutting board. Most people choose not to use them. They don't want to scratch them up. True induction cook surface. So this runs off your 110, and it is removable. So I can take this out, plug it in outside under my awning, and you know, cook out there if you'd like. Then we also have a convection microwave here. Most of the time you don't see ovens anymore in these. And there is an option for a dishwasher here. This one did not get it, so it gets some extra storage drawers. There's all your remotes. Touch-up paint, and when you do a custom paint job, it's nice to have some of that. A couple more full pull-out drawers. Everything has soft close drawers to it. A little more storage here. You've got a place for your trash can. You've got a place to store your sink covers over on this side. And as we look at the sink, you've got a nice deep double bowl. I think they call this the 60-40 or whatever. It is separated. But a nice steel sink, residential style fixtures. Just a beautiful job. And this has a little piece there, and it's kind of nice to have that because if you turn real hard, it won't come sliding off and crash on the floor. Up here we've got a little more storage. The pull-out drawer there. That's nice for anybody that's a little bit shorter and maybe can't reach all the way back. A little more storage up there. Some pantry area. And then one more little one over here. Now these countertops are new this year. Great high polish solid surface countertop with new backsplashes, new wallboard. And then also if you look over here, the fascia trim is new. And this is the, let me see, it's the driftwood glazed maple hardwood, and the color on here is Allura. There are 4 new colors, both inside and out. So this is the Allura. And like I say, they redesigned these fascias. Over here, we've got some storage. And look how deep those are. I like the fact that you can open all of them up, you know, without interfering with each other, and that you don't have the stiles going all the way through. If you've got longer items, it's much easier to get them in here. And again, these are new window treatments throughout. On this particular coach, we did go with the MCD shades, and I'll show you a little bit about this. Let's say I want to go to my day shades, and these are all the day shades in the living room and kitchen area. And then if you do want the night shades, we have the same thing. And you can stop those part way down if you like. And then again, if I want to retract them all, very fast and easy. And I'll keep this one out. That one's for in the bedroom when we get in there. Okay, over here we have our You're Both dinette, and this is the biggest table you can get just about. You've got 2 leaves in there and a couple of matching folding chairs, and this releases very easily. You've got a leg there. If you have it all the way out, you probably want a little bit more support. That's just held in place by a magnet. Very easy to pull that out and put the leaves in. A couple of storage areas down. Well, that one may not pull out. Under your dinette booth there. And then back behind it, we have our 19-foot residential refrigerator. Now again, these are 110, and they run off your batteries and your inverter when you're not plugged in. But refrigerators have become so efficient, it's really not a big drain on your batteries. Then beside the refrigerator, we have a nice sized pantry with 6 pull-out drawers there. Here's something else that's new. They put in a 10-inch monitor here. So from here, you know, your auto gen start, you do have floor heat on this in 3 different zones. You can control your HVAC, turn on your aqua hot and so forth from here. You can actually Bluetooth in your phone now and control many of these features from your phone. Then of course we can turn all our lights on and off from right here. Okay, this is the half bathroom, and this got a little bit of a change also. I'll let you get a good look around. Again, the beautiful countertops and backsplash. And let's just say there's ample storage for everything you need. We don't need to get in there and open them all up. Okay, let's move back into the bedroom area. And first, I guess I'll show you under here. You do have storage, but there's your 2 folding chairs with matching fabric and your 2 table leaves right there. And you do get a king sleep number bed here. Let me grab my other remote. So on this one, let's see. Let me get to different. Dresser. Oh. We got our dresser coming up now. I guess takes me a minute to, all night. That's the one I was looking for. Now I'm bringing up all of our shades right now. And if you notice at the head of the bed, they've got a new headboard. Great looking wood in here. There are 2 windows that open. That'll create a nice cross breeze for you. And then overhead here, we've got some good storage. And again, this passes all the way through. And then up under here, we have our light switches. So, you know, you have your reading lights. Maybe you get in bed and forgot to turn out the lights in the kitchen. You can shut everything down from right up here. And then on both sides of the bed, you have a little pedestal. And if you have a sleep, there's a 110 plug and some USB ports there. So if you have a sleep apnea machine, you know, you can put it on either side of the bed. Okay, across from the bed, we've got a couple of shirt closets here. And then we have 5 of the pull-out drawers, and these are actually pretty deep. So 2 more there, and then over on this side, actually this top, again, is set up for TV components. If you are going to bring a DVD or have a satellite or something back in here. And then the bottom one, you get 1 more drawer. You can see out this window, I do have the window awnings out, part of the Girard Nova package. The nice thing about that, when you're on the driver's side of the coach, you don't have a main awning. So sitting like this, facing north, the western, you know, sun is going to come in this window. Here and in your living room, those awnings keep that from beating in on your table. So it's a nice feature to have. And then you do have your full-length awning over here on the passenger side. Okay, here's another change for this year. They actually kind of reconfigured the bathroom. And the main reason is to give you easier access getting into the bathroom here. They sort of flip-flop these sinks. Now, as you come in, you can see we've got a a Whirlpool washer and dryer. When they made that change with the position of the sinks, it actually gives you a little bit bigger shower here and a new shower surround. I really like the looks of this. You get the teak seat, and you also have the Aquamizer. That's what this light here is. The Aquamizer basically is a system that's going to conserve your fresh water and not fill up your gray tank so fast. As this water is heating up for a shower, it's recirculating back into the fresh water tank. When the light turns red, you flip a switch, starts coming out the shower head, and at that point, you're filling your gray tank. But there's no sense in wasting that water and putting it down in the gray tank while you're waiting for it to heat up. And then a really nice hand wand here. And in the last life cycle change, let's call it, Newmar added this cathedral ceiling. They lowered the floor in the bathroom a little bit. So look how much room you've got here. If you're 6'4", 6'5", you've got enough room to take a shower without hunched over, and this is a wide shower. A couple of towel racks right here on the door also. All right, over here is your toilet, and this is a porcelain toilet. You have your egress door right here. And if I were to pull this panel down, there's a ladder that drops down there. So if there's an emergency, it's a lot easier to get out this way than to go out that emergency window. And here's our main bathroom closet. Now, I like the fact that most of these shelves are adjustable. If you look over on this side, if I want more room for, formal wear or hanging clothes, I can just take these shelves out. Same on the other side, and we also have a nice built-in shoe compartment there, and we have a built-in safe. And again, our double sink has been moved to this side. Nice undermount sink with the high polish countertop. Plenty of storage here. You get 3 drawers. A lot of storage underneath. And then your medicine cabinet, very large. Okay, there's always something I forget when I get done, but please reach out to me if you have any questions. Once again, this is the probably the most popular diesel pusher from the leading manufacturer in diesels, the 4369 Dutch Star. And let me give you my contact information. Again, my name's Mark Love. Right there, my cell phone might be the easiest way to get a hold of me. 970-631-0083. Feel free to email me also, mlove@transwest.com. And before I leave today, I do have to give a shout out to all my friends and family back in Michigan. Michigan is going to the national championship round, destined for another rematch with Georgia this year, so go blue. Keep your stick on the ice, and happy trails, everybody.